EDF XP isn't too bad, but export also works as well because you can directly put him into a barrage and he just makes barrage life extremely hard to deal with, and you get some die potential against a carry. But they go for the Arlet, which I think is completely fine as well. You have good setters, good counter engage, and it essentially tells Cloud9, hey, you can't just run into us, we have ways to shut you down.
Middle lane, allowing Falcon Esports to actually take the priority off of the Lord. But we are expecting a 4 versus 5 fight as Royal Milk immediately jump right into the Earth Shatter, followed by a flicker as the turtle will be taken by the hands of Boba Zane. They have came here for what they wanted, and Kidax is going to be falling down as the first blood. Falcon Esports, they are losing 3 men right off the bat. Cloud9 looks at this game smiling.
Yeah, this is the worst possible opening. But you look at this fight, I feel like Cloud9, they want more.
Yep, as Dex was hoping that he'll be able to run away, but unfortunately the final slash is just going to be connecting on Dex. But immediately after that, the Praetor's Wrath connects. He gets his HP back a little bit, but it's not going to help too much. As we have the turtle currently going down, Dax is going to be the one that claims the credit for that. And for now, Falcon Esports, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be responding in kind, as they're just going to be focusing down on Marcuti, but Boba Zane goes right in with a quick little ultimate. Unfortunately, Dax is going to be caught up in the middle of all of that. As thus, he's going to go down together with Ram. And only at the final seconds, he tried to put it out, but a little bit too late.
They want to find the jungle again.
Yep, it doesn't seem like things are going to be looking very well for Falcon Esports, as the Deadlands Welcome just going to be connected down onto Dex, dying down once again, 4th time in a row. We did have the final slash that did connect onto Boba Zane though, but it's not going to be that big of a difference.
I don't think there's enough damage from Falcons. In fact, Boba Zane, if he wants to turn, he can. They even use the conceal. Unfortunately, Kidex gets swiped to the grave. Cloud9 pumping up the tempo. This is Falcons Esports' worst nightmare. It doesn't
seem like things are going to be great at all. Cloud9 with currently with 8 kills and Falcon Esports with only 1. And they're now even going to be focusing down the bottom lane. But Benny! Turn things around a tad little bit.
Cold War's effectiveness with the Matilda. We'll see if this Lord fight's going to turn out in that way.
With the Lord currently being pulled out, Falcon Esports itself, Cloud9 understands that it is very scary. This Lord is very daunting. And holding on to the Lord for extended period of time is not going to be good, as the final slash is going to be connecting down on the 2. He wants to get himself in the heart of the battle, as now they're just going to be focusing on the Kid Axe. He went in a little bit too deep, and unfortunately, Falcon Esports wasn't able to help him too much. With Royal Milk coming in on the second part of the fight, he's going to be whittled down to the all-time low too. And Cloud9 succeeded in this fight against Falcon Esports without losing a single one.
I don't think Falcons can even attempt to steal this Dax. He might just have to give himself away. He might even go down.
I'm surprised that they even tried to try to challenge for this, as the rest of Cloud9 focuses onto Dax.
Side lanes in favor of Falcons, especially top part. FALCON has set up the top lane, so this is definitely a lore that they can try and juggle, but Cloud9, they have a lot of damage to run through it if they want to. We'll see if FALCON can manage to find the cash. Royal Milk and Kid X on different sides of the pit.
Still trying to contest for this. Falcon Esports, they are going and raring to go. As the Daedalus Welcome just going to be connecting down on the front. And Dax still manages to take the Lord for himself. Cloud9 now is just going to be going on for an aggressive front. They want to bring Dax down as much as possible, but he just immediately jumps himself forward, but wasn't able to do quite much.
Benny.
As Benny, he brings himself and jumps back.
For extra attack speed on the boot, so Benny is all about damage. Royal Milk out of position.
And does seem like he's not gonna be caught out just yet. And such, certainly Eagle is gonna be taken away. Cloud9 probably don't have a lot of utility or any skills to really catch up to Benny, which might actually be one of the main problems that Cloud9 might experience in the later parts of the team fight. The Kid X did manage to connect onto the final slash, but it's pretty much just gonna be a little bit of harassment as Benny focuses himself onto Cold Wall. Exactly what I'm talking about. No one is there to really deal with Benny as such. He's just gonna be jumping in, and he's gonna be focusing on the Boba Zane next. Boba Zane immediately goes right in with his ultimate and tries to go for a kill, but unfortunately, he's going to be taken down. Benny picks up a double, while basically just going to be continuing on to go on for a rampage. But now Benny is focusing on to kills after kills after kills, picking himself with a triple. He might want to go for Milo, but he flickers himself away. He just
my goodness!
The position as he just jumps right in with his ultimate, hoping that he will be able to go in for the last hit with the retribution. But with that all said and done, Falcon Esports did not touch the Lord at all. As such, they did manage to force Boba Zane in a bad position, bring him down, then subsequently get the Lord for themselves and clean things up.
Spawning on the top side.
Even though we have the inhibitor turret at the top and the middle lane taken down from the side of Cloud9, this doesn't immediately say that Cloud9 is out of the game just yet. In the meantime, Dena's welcome, connecting down onto Royal Milk. He's still gonna be alive though. He does the immortality, flickers himself right out of that, and all things said and done, Falcon Esports didn't lose anyone but immortality.
Yep. Both XP laners lost the immortality, but Falcons Esports gains priority off the Lord pick because top wave was pushing in. So basically needs to deal with that. But Lord is pretty strong. Falcons Esports is going to bum rush through it, not a problem.
9, but when it comes down to the rest of the wave that's just going to be marching in, you may have a lot of problems essentially dealing with that. As such, the Lord marches in, ready to pillage everything that Cloud9 holds dear. The Dena's welcome still going to be connecting it, slams Kidex into PX7, but it doesn't seem like it's going to do much as Falcon Esports focuses onto the throne and the core gets destroyed. Falcon Esports takes game number 1 away from those glowing wands or dominance eyes, shredding all of those debuffs. Definitely great to see.
Yeah, I think on top of that is also the fact that Cloud9 hasn't picked their roamer just yet. They're keeping it for last. And Florian would have been a great option for heroes like this Alpha, right? Easiest for Cloud9 to walk up forward, though Mobile Zane has the experience advantage. So if he drags this long enough, he's going to be at level 5, and that's going to give him the edge in securing this turtle fight. Both teams, they want that level 4 on that mid XP lane.
I feel that Cloud9's lineup right now have pretty much the same kind of problems in the previous game, right? When it comes down to jumping over to the back lines of Falcon. Can they even catch anyone at this point? But for now, that is welcome from Milo, connected down onto Royal Milk. And unfortunately for them, Royal Milk finds himself taken down. Dax is going to be the next one onto the chopping block, while Cloud9 does the same thing as game number 1. Bring good amount of people down while taking the turtle.
Yeah, very well executed by Cloud9. Falcons Esports again, tunnel visioning, and Spear of Destruction connects from Falcons Esports to
No, not at all. I think that contesting this is going to be a death wish, and especially since they are not getting control of their own jungle as well, as you can see. The Spear of Destruction connects down onto Florian, brings him down preemptively. PX7 hides himself right under the nose of the turret, and he's going to be safe and sound while unleashing his feathered airstrike. Cloud9, they readies themselves for the turtle, albeit with Coldwell having only half HP, he should still be dominating enough to eventually jump right in if he really needs to.
Yeah, this Grok is a big problem. It's the wall, it's the crowd control.
I'm offended, connected down on the Mobile Zane, brings him down almost immediately. Dax takes the turtle and managing to contest for that. Cowell immediately flickers himself out of the way and he's gonna be safe and sound for now, or maybe not, as PX7 unleashes death coming in with the airstrike. Base is gonna be the next one on the chopping block as well, as Dax brings him down preemptively too.
Negated the lead the Cloud9 got after the first turtle, and Dax, he wants
lead
more.
means nothing to the eyes of Falcon Esports. In the meantime, the Spear of Destruction is just going to be connecting down to Kid X, while the Basic is just going to be focusing himself on Dex. But somehow Dex is going to be running away just fine. Hey. But Benny, he actually went in for the unoffended, which actually pulled the enemy closer to make Dex die. So unfortunately now, Benny went against the world. Immaculate position coming in from PX7 thus far throughout the entirety of that fight. But for now, it does seem like Cloud9 is just going to be focusing on Royal Milk again. But Mobazin got pulled in, but I'm offended, and the aggressors in turn has been taken down instead. Cloud9, they're just focusing on that time and time again, and just not working. But we'll get back to that in a short bit, as Basic just went in ham.
Presence, split push is very strong, and with PX7 down, Cloud9 would definitely get this Lord. I don't see how Falcons can contest this. They don't have a Florian out. But at the same time, Cloud9's draft has a lot more cloud control compared to game 1. Seems like Falcons, they still want to fight.
Does seem so. Milo flickers himself out, but in the penalty zone, did manage to connect a little bit on Coldwell, but he's not going to be caring about anything because he does have the power of nature. He's going to be fine for now. Royal Milk is going to be the first one onto the chopping block. As such, PX7 focuses onto the feathered airstrike. He clears out the wave as much as possible and manages to defend. The rest of Falcon Esports now focuses on the top lane, but Cloud9, they want to get a little bit more. The Terizla just going to be jumping in, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to do too much from here at this point on. Mobazane is going to be the one that goes down second, but perhaps we'll get a third one, as Falcon Esports, they're not going to be stopping just yet. They get Milo down, and now another one when it comes down to it. I'm offended. We'll be able to connect on the Basic as well as Marcuti. Basic was hoping that he will be able to turn things around, but
if we don't, we're going to tear it apart. Falcons, they're going to try to rush down the Lord as much as possible, and Coldwell sees this. I think Benny just got caught, so Bin's gonna go
quick
down.
little terrify. Marcuti brings him down. The Lord, 75 HP. Dax still managed to get it in his pocket in the end of the day. But they want more. They want blood. And they're swimming in the waters. As Marcuti is just gonna be going for the IMU, taking away the ultimate of Dax. He's just gonna be focusing down onto him as much as possible. Deadana's welcome just gonna be connected. But in the meantime, the front lines, we do have Cold World as well as Basic. They are focusing onto Royal Milk. But Basic's HP is not looking good. He immediately jumped himself backwards and he's gonna be fine for now. The penalty zone connects on the Royal Milk. He's just gonna be stuck in there. And he's probably gonna go down and the immortality pop. Cloud9, they're marching in. They will be able to take this core down if Royal Milk is not gonna clear things down. But where's the damage? They aren't able to clear the core down.
No damage.
All alone to try to bring this core down, and he's probably gonna go down to the hands of Benny. Cloud9 tried. This game could quite literally go to anyone here.
Yeah, and Benny knows this, which is why he's waiting to see where Basic is. But Basic has used his ultimate. This is the chance. Falcons, let's see if they can make this happen.
As Royal Milk takes his first stand in the front lines. He's going to be holding on to the Lord for a tad little bit. But there's the flicker as well. That as well coming in from Milo, just going to be connecting down. But no! The heals coming in from Kidax ensures that Dex will be able to stay alive for a little while longer. But it doesn't seem like they will be able to do too much.
Basic!
Now it's just going to be Marcuti just going to be holding on to the back. But basically he's just going to be jumping over to the back lines and focusing down onto the core as much as possible. They push in. It's all left with Kidax. Royal Milk and Benny is nowhere to be seen. Never mind. Royal Milk is now here. Is it really even gonna be enough? Basically is just dealing immaculate damage over to Kidax. They want to end this fast enough, but Basic is just gonna be jumping around with a slip of health. Both of them, they're gonna be fine though. That is definitely gonna be tough.
They want Dax bottom side.
Doesn't seem like
Dax gets away. Hey, they still want him.
Flicker coming in from Cold World with the wild charge, but it doesn't seem like they will be able to isolate anyone at all. As such, Falcon Esports, all four men, is just focusing down onto him as much as possible, bringing the Grok down. Royal Milk, though, he puts himself at the top lane to give more information. But Cloud9, the main part of the game, is down in the bottom lane. As Marcuti is going to be taken down now. The offender is going to be connecting down on Basic. As such, the Immortality is going to be taken down. And that is going to be him going down right now. Cloud9 did manage to bring the Lord down, sure.
Trying to whittle down the Lord at least and give PX7 space to clear out the side waves.
I don't think that they will be able to bring the game to the end at this point in time just yet. But it is all just pretty much going to be a wet noodle fight. As now Benny is just going to be going in with the armor feather with quick little flicker coming in from Star Milo. He's going to be safe and sound for now. But Benny is just healing up so much. He's not going to die at all. As now Falcon Esports, they do have PX7 coming in now. The wall charge doesn't seem
Milo misses
Milo. He didn't go for the dead as welcome. Did not connect with anyone at all. Dax gets himself a mega kill. Brings Milo down. That is one of the tough front lines to come back time and time again. But now Falcon Esports, they did seem like they will want to get a hit down on the Mobile Zane. As now Royal Milk jumps in. His penalty zone connected to the Mobile Zane. A very crucial take. They manages to bring 2% down from Cloud9.
And we're seeing this on stream be graced by Falcons Esports. This is what? Lord number 5. Cloud9, Mobile Zane just came back to life. Can they make it there in time? I don't think it's possible. Falcons should have this in the
Constantly
back.
playing from behind. Falcon Esports, they are well versed in play from behind and they are not afraid of anything at all. In the meantime, the trades between Ultimate, between Milo as well as Royal Milk is just going to be ensuing, but that is not going to be the catalyst of starting a new fight.
Unyielding spirits from Falcons. Now Lord finally in their hands after a grueling almost 25 minutes. Just beaten and battered, but not down just yet. Lord will be on the bottom side because that's where the inhibitor is down. Falcons looking to take up as much space as possible, and it's Cloud9's turn to be on the defense, to stick together. Falcons is just going to let the Lord auto escort the wave, and that's going to give them openings to start threatening the remaining structures on the side of Cloud9. And I think Royal Milk just got his immortality back. I mean, the cooldown has already come back up. And that means another life for Royal Milk, who is just man-fighting Mobile Zane.
Doesn't seem like Mobile Zane's damage output, all those true damage, is really doing anything at this point in time. We're not looking at a lot of high HP heroes from the side of Falcon Esports. In fact, it is just so sustainable, and we are amplifying that with Kidax, with his ultimate, and they're not afraid of anything. But for now, Grok comes in from behind. Cold World was hoping that he will be able to get him with the wild charge, doing nicely, but 4-man penalty zone! Coming in, Royal Milk! They clean things up, and Cloud9, they suffers another defeat to the hands of Falcon Esports!